Hello, dipshits. Hope this mic isn't too loud. I'll turn it down in post if I'm destroying your eardrums. Hold on, Audacity's doing something weird. What the fuck is that? I don't know what that is, but it looks scary. But I'm assuming I'll be fine. Yeah. I know I said I was kind of done with these man waffles. Well, he plays in the world's most racist TF2 lobby or Minecraft world or whatever. Gameplay, but this was just something kind of fresh in my mind, and I think going into 2024, it's more a reminder to myself to record something like this, just to solidify that mindset as I go into the new year. And it's just that new year, new kind of era, I think is starting. And that everyone kind of says that it's my new era, it's my new phase, whatever fucking bullshit. But I think it's me kind of realizing we're in a new era rather than it starting. I don't think eras necessarily like start; they kind of just fade in. It's a gradual, and I'm realizing that all of the things which I like to indulge in, they are changing quite a bit because things change and shit. But I think just over the past month or two, I've been thinking a lot more than usual, and I mean proper thinking. I don't mean just let my mind wander of bullshit. I feel a lot more focused. I feel a lot less stressed just because I don't take things too crazy, but I also have that kind of focus. I just feel good is what I'm trying to say. And with my mind a bit more cleared, I'm realising that I don't know what I'll title this video. I'll title it something like, "Oh, my favourite things are different now," blah blah blah. But yeah, I think all of my favourite things which I like to indulge in are far from what they used to be, because it's been 20 years since they all came out. All the things I like, like the games, the media, the things I like to do, the mediums, that kind of shit is all just old now. And it's weird because I feel like back in the 20th century, I'm assuming because I wasn't alive back then, everything felt distinct because it was like 1971, 1985, shit like that, It was about 80 or 70 or 50 or 40, and there was all these grand defining events. But come the 2000s, the 21st century, there are massive events always going on, but they all start to kind of blur together. 2021, 2016, 2005, just sort of, I don't know, just sort of feels like one big fucking era. At least I think in a lot of people, like in the back of a lot of people's minds, me included. And I think I need to do myself a favour and realise that it's not 2007, it's not 2015, 16, 18, it's not 2020 anymore either. We are like at the end of the early 2020s. We're going to be in I think we are in the mid 2020s now. I'm not sure. Either way, like, time's passing. And all of the shit that I involve myself in, Transformers, 40 years old, TF2, fucking Half-Life, Lego Star Wars, I don't know, what else do I make videos about? Fucking, even Fiddle Fazby, that's Fantasy Freddy's, that is 10 years old now. All of this shit is aging. Because, that's just a done thing. I don't know what else to tell you. That's how it is. And I need to accept that, like I say, if you've ever caught those Manchild review videos I do where I'm like, wow, this is a really distinct era. I'm so glad this happened. More ambiguity, I guess just general ambiguity on if we should ever bring this back or if it should just be left to that era. And I have to realise it's not just 2003 that's considered ancient now. Fucking Transformers is boomer shit. And like even the kind of people like the shit your older people say is Zoomer cartoons. Animated came out what? Let me do some fucking mental maths. What? 17 years ago? Yeah, 17, 16 years ago. What the fuck do you mean animated is for Zoomers? That, like, people need to kind of wake up to time passing, if that makes sense. And I think we'll be better for it. This one's, I'm realizing I had a lot in my brain. I just had to hit record. And I'm realizing how much of a, like, all over the place waffle I'm having. But the main point of what I'm trying to say is, I think I'm ready to move on from a lot of the shit that I would indulge in and let define me to a certain extent. I think Transformers, I think that's what a lot of you people will know me for. I think Transformers, to be brutally honest, is on its way out. And I had this thought for quite a while, honestly. I think, given especially recently, poor toy sales, fucking Rise of the Beasts, all this kind of nostalgia, fan wank, repackaging shit. It's not to say like it's over, but I think it's gonna slowly and gradually just kind of pipe down a bit. I think it's not self-sustainable, especially given all these kind of companies and these attitudes post-COVID. Fucking COVID really fucked everything up, and I don't think, again, like the past, I've fully processed that. Like a lot of my Zoomer, my Gen Z brethren. Is there a decent fucking name for people my age that doesn't sound obnoxious? Or is it just the internet making me hate words again? If I use the internet less, would I like certain phrases more? I think so, yeah. That's a whole other topic. I think Transformers is in the way out. It's his 40th anniversary, and every place you go to, everything's reduced. Shit isn't selling. They're not really kind of making anything. They're not like breaking the mold much for a lot of stuff. Of course, there's always going to be your decent toy designs and the actual fans making cool shit, but nothing in the past few years has really kind of made me perk up, apart from like maybe a toy that is well designed. Nothing's making me feel that much, apart from just the kind of drive to make stop motion. Other than that, there's not much kind of, I don't know, there's not much kind of like official media that really influences me. A lot of the inspiration I get to make Voyagers comes from people around me and my own kind of inner self. I don't really have any kind of like Transformers fucking like hype from whatever. I don't like watching the fucking slop streams where they just fucking shove a million products out every 5 seconds, and they'll say some bullshit internet shit like calling the fucking children's toy I'm not even gonna a fucking dommy mommy. Like, it's it's little signs like that, like it's over. Fuck man, we're not gonna get fucking we're not gonna get Combiner Wars again with this attitude. And Combiner Wars isn't even like a big hurdle. It's just, I don't know. I remember I was hyping up that new animated Bee really well, and I thought it was gonna be the coolest thing ever. Then I saw a photo of it and I started crying. I mean, like, the new Optimus looks cool, but I'm not lying awake thinking about it. I don't even know if I want to get one. And that's like the Optimus Prime for me. That's the one I point to and go, I love him. Beside me is the new Lego Star Wars Clone Trooper Battle Pack, Droid Battle Pack, whatever you want to call it. The big new one. It's good. It's brought back Super Battle Droids. We have White Phase 2 clones. We have Octopara Droids. We have Staps. It's a remake of a 2007 set. And I don't really feel that much. I don't feel too inclined by it. I think it's cool. I appreciate the little speeder bike. I thought the speeder bike was going to be bad, but in person, I think it's quite neat. All the little things you can do with it. You can store the box in the back. You can have the turrets. You can put a bunch of shit in like the cannon stand. It's cool. But Lego Star Wars is never going to have that very nice charm it had from like a very nice kind of charm it had from like what, kind of 2000s to like very early 2010s. It's not going to have that ever again, and the prices are going to go up, even though it's $1 billion company, and there's going to be more bullshit that these fucking hacks that like to make Star Wars nowadays push out. And I'm not trying to come from any kind of political agenda. Like, for some reason so much children's media is associated with these days, children's media. It's just that it's a case of people not moving on. That's what it is. Yeah, I had to pause and make that fucking connection in my head there. It's a case of people not moving on. 'Cause like, what the fuck are you supposed to do after episode 6 when like everything's okay? The big evil fucking sinister sorcerer has been exploded into a million pieces, and it ends in the perfect note. Fuck whatever books they were releasing in the 90s, by the way, that continue. I don't give a shit about your nerd garbage. Go fuck yourself. Oh, sorry. I think this is just a very tired, passionate speech that will hopefully in some kind of subverse way motivate me in 2024. I think the footage you're going to see in this, by the way, was the day that what's it called? Valve fucked up the item server, so everyone was back in like 2008 TF2 mode, like every unfunny Eastern European in the TF2 servers always says. No offense to Eastern Europeans, but the guys you make play TF2 are really fucking obnoxious and racist and unfunny, and I've had to put up with that like since the start. I've played TF2, and I just wanted to get that out there. Thank you. Yeah, it's they fucked up the item servers. They took down the DMCA like a bunch of projects, and they are allowing a big slop stream of AI crap on the Steam Marketplace or whatever, the Steam store, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I never paid too much attention to Steam. It's just a games machine. I don't care about your little gay badges or fucking your smelly little like events and shit. Steam sale, it's like memes were never funny. I think this is just me being a very cathartic complaining bastard in this video. God, I'm telling you, I am very happy in 2024. I want to make that straight. I am not a miserable bastard. I think I just want to kind of like kill the idolization of the past for myself, and also record it because I'm a freak like that. And saying it out loud just kind of helps. Just saying things I've never actually said but always thought in my head. Yeah, that ought to do it. No, but genuinely, I think it is good to just realize that I'm like, I think like even a few years back, I was like, I'm never gonna do this forever. I was like so focused in the moment, but I had to think ahead for a minute and realize this isn't sufficient, and it's more apparent now than ever that now the kids my age are like adults now, and they're gonna do the nostalgia fan wank stuff. They're gonna bring back animated with bizarre like no one pleasing G1 aesthetics. They're gonna try and push all these clone troopers on the Zoomers, the Reddit Zoomers who made them kind of lame in the first place and misunderstood the characters. They're gonna throw TF2 and all these other games to the community and just let them fend for themselves instead of fucking giving a shit. That's gonna happen, and I think I would rather save myself the rot and just quietly and slowly and assuredly move on, fade into the new era, rather than just being like, well, I'm quitting, that's it forever. No kind of dramatic statement like that. Just tell myself I'm going to slowly start fading into something new, because I think more now than ever, if I'm talking about modern media hacks and just how don't think the what's new these days, which is a bit of an obnoxious kind of like, again, dramatic statement, but there is an element of truth to it. I'm going to kind of move on and find something new, which I think is more valuable than ever these days. And I will enjoy myself doing that. It's just, I have to kind of let go of these attachments and realise that I promised to myself when I was a kid I would get every Lego Clone Trooper ever, but if they're just going to keep pumping them out in a million trillion fucking sets and all these guys are going to rave about it or be angry about it and this is this big fan wank going on, I'm not really going to care. Because the only thing keeping me from buying the new Turbo Tank or whatever the fuck is because I like seeing these characters. I like seeing what they do with the styles and all that. I like maybe getting a new character we've never got before, maybe make a little animation about them. But I can't do that when I'm in my 30s and I have like more responsibilities than ever. Got to look after so and so. I got the maybe I'll have kids, or I'll have to fucking worry about my mortgage. You know, I can't worry about uh, if they're putting helmet holes on fucking Phase 2 Commander Glupshido. Who cares, right? And I can say that out loud, but like actually just doing it will take a minute, if that makes sense. Like, I cannot keep buying Transformers because A, they're expensive, B, they take up a lot of space, and C, how am I gonna like fit that when I move out? Because I'm very lucky to have like a little back room where I can film and store a bunch of these fucking idiots. But that room, if I wasn't like clearing it out every few seconds because I'm killing off all these characters and animations and just like, you know, not being sentimental and just getting rid of them, that room would be traumatic to look at. It would just be sad. It's kind of fucking like dangerous right now because I just have so many ideas for characters and whatever, and like I'm lucky enough to be able to like, you know, find good deals and like spend my money and shit. But if I like if I wasn't awoken to it, if you know, I don't have my friends sometimes give me a little bit of advice, it would be disgusting, and that is not a healthy future for me. That's not going to be doing me good in 2024 when I'm hyping myself up with that, is it? So, you know, now is a good time. I think it's poetic almost. I always like to make things poetic in my head to a fault. I always like to make these little connections and things, to make things like metaphors and little story beats, even though it's just real life, and real life is just what you make of it. It is what it is. That's the best thing to take to real life. You know, this happens. Here's my reaction. It's not like this happened because of the overarching theme. Am I waffling? Point is, coincidentally, now is a good time to kind of just move on, because I've pulled the wool from off my eyes. I'm seeing now that like I'm not going to be necessarily happy as I was maybe a few years ago with this same formula, and it's a good thing that I'm fucking hungry. I'm ambitious. I've got a kind of new respect for myself, and I would like, in this sense of new self-respect, to fucking just do better. And that's not to say like I hate Transformers, I hate Basehead 1, I hate TF2. That love is never going to go anywhere. It's just that love changes, like it does with just real life relationships. You see people in different manners as things change and get, and get older. You might have profound new respect for your parents or guardian or grandparents, whatever the fuck. When you get older, you might see someone younger than you change and reflect, and you have to approach a conversation with them differently. It might even be like a fucking pet just changing. And it's kind of like that. It's kind of like... is saying putting a dog down like a fucking good comparison? Oh my god. That's a bit over dramatic. No. It's kind of like... it's kind of like graduating high school, maybe? Because, that's a good kind of comparison. Because I remember I was so done at high school. I did the full 6 years. It was fucking rotting at the last minute. Actually, a lot of the every educational like course I've ever taken, primary school, high school, fucking college, it's always fallen apart at the end, and we've all gotten out of the last like possible second before it turned to absolute shit. Primary school would get knocked down and then set on fire and exploded. High school would get turned into this fucking surveillance state. College, it get like turned into this big scam and scandal, and it just fell apart. Sometimes I wonder if my life is fucking predetermined with themes like that. But no. I've got independence to decide when I'm done with something, and it just so happens that when I'm done with like certain types of media, and I move on to something better, it's just when I've really properly realised it's okay to move on. And I would be saying the same if Transformers was doing really good, by the way, or if Lego Star Wars brought back that old beautiful style where TF2 finally got attention again. I would. I think it's just lucky for me that I can capitalise on kind of shitty returns. And that makes me sound like a bit of a bastard, but sometimes in life, you have to say it how it is and get the fuck out of there and be a little bit of a kind of hard shoulder. If any of that makes sense. I think that's everything I wanted to say. Big changes, big chungus. I am happy, but I'm gonna use the happiness and self-respect I have to do better, and that's the plan for 2024. Thank you, big kisses. Bye bye, bye bye. Tee.